You've probably told yourself this before. I'm just lazy. I can't stay consistent. But here's the truth. The hidden reason you quit isn't laziness at all. And it's not motivation, or discipline, or willpower either. It's something far deeper, and once you see it, it'll change how you approach every goal in your life. Because think about it, if consistency were just about motivation, why do some of the most disciplined people still struggle? Why do you show up perfectly in some areas of life, but completely fall apart in others? For over a decade, I've been studying why people succeed or fail at behavior change. And what I'm about to share is the missing piece most productivity advice leaves out. In this video, I'll reveal the real reason you quit, show you how it ties directly to your self-worth, and give you a simple shift that makes consistency feel natural instead of forced. Stick with me, because once you unlock this, every goal gets easier. Here's the hidden reason you quit. Deep down, you don't fully believe your future self is worth the effort you're putting in today. That sounds harsh, but think about it. You skip the workout not because you're lazy, but because the version of you 6 months from now doesn't feel real enough to matter. You procrastinate on building that side hustle because you secretly don't trust yourself to actually become the person who deserves success. It's not about discipline, it's about identity. You quit because you don't yet see yourself as someone worth showing up for. Imagine this, if your best friend called you and said, "Hey, can you pick me up at the airport tomorrow?" You'd be there, no question. You'd rearrange your schedule if you had to. Why? Because you value them. But when your future self asks you, "Hey, can you sit down and write for 30 minutes? Or can you skip that fast food tonight?" You flake. Not because you're lazy, but because you don't value your future self the way you value other people. That's the real issue. This is why motivation hacks and discipline tricks always fade. You can set alarms, track streaks, or hype yourself up with motivational videos, but if deep down you don't believe your future self deserves the effort, your brain will always find a way to quit. Motivation is like caffeine. It spikes, then crashes. Self-worth? That's like gravity. It pulls you forward without effort once you strengthen it. So how do you actually fix this? You start treating your future self the way you'd treat someone you love. Next time you're about to skip the habit, ask, "Would I let down my best friend this easily?" If the answer is no, then don't let down your future self either. One practical trick? Write a letter to your future self. Describe the life you want in 6 months, 1 year, 5 years. Make that version of you feel real. Because the more real they feel, the more likely you are to act in their best interest today. Another tool? Micro-commitments. Stop trying to overhaul your life in one big leap. Just give your future self one small win to build trust. Instead of saying, "I'll work out for an hour," say, "I'll just put on my shoes and step outside." Each tiny promise you keep tells your brain, "My future is worth it." When you start seeing consistency as a reflection of self-worth, not willpower, everything shifts. Consistency stops being a battle. It becomes an act of self-respect. You're not forcing yourself anymore. You're taking care of yourself the same way you'd care for someone you truly value. And once that clicks, you'll stop quitting on your goals because you finally believe you're worth the effort. So here's what you learned. You don't quit because you're lazy. The real reason is that you undervalue your future self. And the fix is to build self-worth by keeping small promises and treating your future self like someone you love. And if you want to take this even deeper, the next video is all about life is short, how to spend it wisely. Because once you understand self-worth, The next step is deciding what truly deserves your time and energy. You won't want to miss it. If this helped you, hit subscribe so you don't keep quitting on yourself, because your future deserves better.